So, good afternoon and a very warm welcome to our friends in the Kidney Warriors Foundation. Today, we are in conversation with someone whose story is an inspiration for all of us. I'm honored to introduce Mr. Vijay Chandrasekharan. He's one of the longest surviving kidney transplant patients in India. He's the director of our Kidney Warriors Foundation and also runs his own NGO, Kidney Foundation, which supports underprivileged patients and organ donors in Kerala. Recently appointed as the Ambassador of India by the American Association of Kidney Patients and the Global Kidney Foundation UK, he is a hospitality management and a hospital administration professional who worked full-time till the age of 60, and after retirement is now giving his full attention to his passion of assisting kidney patients and also to his hobbies. Before I hand over to Mr. Chandrasekharan, I just want to add one very critical information about him, in fact, about his donor, his mother. She is one of the longest surviving donors at the age of 93. Welcome, sir. Could you share a few words about your journey?
Thank you, Mr. Shantanu, and everybody who all are watching this live program. So before starting our conversation, I'm dedicating a song for my mother who saved my life through organ donation. She is my living God. True. So with your permission, I am putting this song. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let me introduce once more. I am Vijay Chandrasekharan, founder and chairman, Kidney Foundation, director, Kidney Warriors Foundation, ambassador, American Association of Kidney Patients, and Global Kidney Foundation, UK. So I'm retired as a general manager from a reputed 400-bed multi-specialty hospital in Kerala. I started my career in June 1988. That is after 2 months of post-transplant. Joined as general manager administration for a 4-star hotel as administration. Initial symptoms were over the course of CKD, loss of appetite, puffiness around my eyes, sleeping problems, back pain, and swelling both ankles. So, Shantanu, this is the beginning of my CKD and the beginning of my career after post-transplant.
Okay, so immediately after transplant, you did face a situation of rejection, right? So if you can tell us about that.
Okay. Say, the symptoms started in 1987. As I told you, I lost my appetite, puffiness around my eyes, back pain, sleeping problems, and swelling both ankles. So after seeing this all, I consulted with a general medicine doctor at Kottayam Medical College. After blood test and all, finally, a doctor told me, your both kidneys are not functioning. 95% of the kidneys are damaged. So in Kerala in 1987-88, only few dialysis units are in few medical colleges, like 1 or 2 medical colleges. In private sector, there is no dialysis units, and there is no transplant start, renal transplant also not started in Kerala that time. The nephrologist of Kottayam Medical College, Dr. Kashi Vishwanathan, an elderly nephrologist, the first nephrologist in Kerala, he advised my wife, take Chandrasekharan home. There is no hope. Immediately, my wife called up his brother, elder brother. He was working already in Mumbai as director HR. He discussed with a few doctors in Hinduja at Mumbai, and he called back to my wife, don't worry, I'll be coming there within 24 hours. He reached my place and he had a talk with a few people in Chennai. At that time, the Southern Railway general manager was one of our relative, Mr. K.K. Warrior. His friend, one Mr. Venkatasamy, is the chief engineer of Southern Railway. He contacted with Apollo Hospital chairman Pratap Siridi, took consultation time with Dr. M.K. Mani, chief nephrologist of Apollo Hospital. We started next day morning, myself, wife, and my brother-in-law to Chennai Apollo Hospital. After reaching Chennai, our appointment was at 4 p.m. in the evening. We had a consultation with Dr. M.K. Mani. After examination, doctor told me, your both kidneys are damaged. There is no treatment, only transplant, the only option. Immediately, doctor advised his junior doctors, take him to the dialysis room because his condition is very bad. I was admitted in the hospital, Apollo Hospital. My wife, my brother-in-law, they were so worried what is going to happen. After 15 minutes, 20 minutes discussion with my brother-in-law and Dr. M.K. Mani, my brother-in-law told to his sister, need immediately a donor for transplantation. So who will donate? Because this is the first experience in 1988, 87 last. Immediately, my wife contacted with my family and his family, their family. my father, my mother, my two brothers, my two sisters, everybody started from their place to Chennai. Next day morning, they all in Chennai hospital. Consult with Dr. Mani. Checked my brother's kidney for donation, my sister's kidney for donation, and my mother's for donation. Finally, Dr. M.K. Mani told to my family, even she is age 65, 60, her kidney is 100% perfect. Better let her donate to his son.
And how old were you then?
Pardon?
How old were you then?
I was 32 that time. My mother was 60. So my mother doesn't know anything about this. What is going to happen? What is going to do? So my dialysis was started. Almost 20 dialysis were completed. All the tests were done for donation. Then the doctors fixed my transplant date, 30th March 1988. My family, except my brother-in-law and my wife, everybody left Kerala. The dialysis continues. On March 25th, again, my father, my mother reached Chennai hospital for pre-preparation of the transplant or donation. Finally, 30th morning, both were admitted for surgery. Madhesh's surgery started around 6 a.m. in the morning and it is finished at 4 p.m. in the evening. Madhesh's kidney removed and transplanted to my right side above the abdomen. After immediate transplant, my kidney was rejected. Everybody was sad. Group of doctors visit us, discussed with my brother-in-law, Mr. M.D. Warrior. The transplant kidney shows acute rejection. So we need immediate biopsy. They arranged a biopsy for me. They took 2 pieces from the transplant kidney, sent it to microbiology, and next day, after 24 hours, they didn't get the reason for the rejection from the portion they took from my transplant kidney. Again, they told, we need one more biopsy. I told them, doctor, they can do anything for me because a long surgery plus a biopsy. The second biopsy started next day. From that 2 pieces also, they didn't get the result, microbiology. They immediately called up the Villur hospital. A blind biopsy person was there, a doctor was there. I forget his name. He started from Villur hospital and came to Chennai hospital for my third biopsy. He took 2 pieces from my transplanted kidney from the lower portion. And the result, I don't know what was the result. Then doctor advised my brother-in-law, we need immediately prednisone injection that how to import from Germany. The cost around that time, it was 12,000 rupees per injection. That is 36,000 in 1987. They brought the medicine from Germany and injected 3 prednisolone injection. Yes. My result shows positive. Slowly my transplanted kidney started accepting my body. So thus, after 15 days in hospital, they were discharged and permit me to go home with a doctor's advice how to go for daily life. After reaching Kerala, my father, my mother, everybody was prepared a beautiful room for me. And I was in my room alone.
So you were told to sort of stay at home for how long after your transplant?
After my transplant, see, my transplant was 30th March 1988.
Yeah.
Then after 2 months, I'm telling you that it's January and February. March, February, April and May.
Yeah.
Then June 1st, I joined actually as general manager in a 4-star hotel at Kerala.
So, but what that was against doctor's advice? Like doctor wanted you to stay at home for longer?
The doctor told me, no, normally, see, after the transplant, normally doctors suggest transplant recipients wait at least 6 to 12 months or more before going to back to work after. That's because it can take a year or less for immune system to recover. But I know physically and emotionally it is very difficult to return to work after immediate transplant. But in my case, I returned to work June 1st. That is because I need income from a job to meet both the end.
This must have been a huge financial cost.
Yes. Whatever the reason, I joined as general manager there. Okay. See, benefit of returning to work. In a recent systematic review, I read return to work and other life activities were more likely to be achieved by kidney transplant recipients. Second, frequency of return to work after renal transplantation has ranged from 18% to 82% across studies. So for many people, work not only provides financial stability, it also gives a sense of purpose, identify and belonging. Moreover, work provides us structure to our days. That is more important. Plus social interaction that plays a major role in a person's self-esteem. Even if you want to go back to work, it is not always easy to find that right job also.
So in this case, did you rejoin the company that you were working with?
Yes, but in my case, I am telling you, in my case, it is not like that. I joined as general manager administration in a 4-star hotel with 250 employees.
Was it the same company that you were working with before?
Same company only. My cabin, they were kept for me only.
So they were very helpful and very supportive. So you were lucky to have an employer which was very supportive.
I can't forget the managing director of the hotel, Mr. Jacob Kurian. Still, we are very good friends.
Okay.
See, government and society, what is my suggestion? Government and society have to first recognize the difficulties faced by transplant recipients, not only kidney transplant recipients, all the transplant recipients, and find ways to improve their lives. So without their support, without the society's support, without government support, how can we survive? It's a major problem kidney patients or transplant patients or all the transplant patients are facing in India, not only in India, I'm telling you, all over the world. This is a situation now.
So, Mr. Chandrasekharan, you mentioned, and we discussed about this earlier, that this is one side of the story is that, okay, we want support from the government and probably the corporates in understanding the issues that we face as transplant patients regarding
Yes.
getting jobs.
Yes.
But we would also want someone not to, be dependent, but sort of take the initiative and not be in that region of self-pity. Rather, so if you don't have a job, probably do something in terms of entrepreneurship, but
Yes.
not that idle, right?
Yes,
That's
yes, yes. See, after forming my foundation, in my Kidney Foundation Kerala, more than 4,000 members are there. Out of 4,000 members, around I think 1,000 people are kidney transplant recipients and donors and CKD patients. So many people, many patients calling me and asking me many things actually. They need financial help. They need life-saving medicines. They need family support. So what is my advice to the transplant recipients or the CKD patients? See, don't sit idle in home. So like me, you just take and you take. See, I started my career after 2 months of post-transplant. So long years, 1980 to 2000, you just imagine 2016, very long years. Very long years.
Jobs that you held, if you can take us through that, what are the kind of companies?
That you see, working as a general manager in administration for a 4-star hotel or a 5-star hotel, or a 400-bed multi-specialty hospital or a medical college. You just imagine stress.
Yes.
We have to face many problems of patients, complaints of the patients. Many things we have to face. And one more thing I will tell you. Before joining the first hospital in Madurai, TVS Group, Avian Arogya Healthcare Limited, I took an advice from my Dr. M.K. Mani and my urologist, Dr. Tachil. So Tachil, he is a Malayali from Kerala. He is the first cadaver transplant surgeon in India.
Okay.
Dr. Tachil, Joseph B. Tachil. In Malayalam, he told me, Chandra, hospitalil poganda jolike. Don't go for job in hospital sector because
risk of infection.
The entire area is bacteria. Inside and outside the hospital, different kinds of bacteria are there. For your health, it is not good. As a recipient, as a transplant recipient, I'm not suggesting. Don't take that job. So without his permission, without telling him, I joined the hospital as general manager administration in Madurai. We continued 2 years there after joining. Then I shifted to Dr. Nair's Institute of Medical Science in Kollam as a general manager administration and HR. I continued 5 years there, then retired in my 60 age. So from 68, from 60 to 64, 4 years, I'm my full time, I'm dedicated to my service to the underprivileged kidney patients in Kerala as well as India.
And this is something that you've been funding from your savings, and you also mentioned that you are, your family.
Definitely. See, why I'm telling or why I mentioning here, my mother is getting a pension, actually 50% of the pension every month she is giving me. Not for my personal use, it is for the poor dialysis patients.
That's an amazing thing.
That is first thing. Second thing, whatever I earned from my job from 1980 to 2016, long years, the entire amount, 90% of the amount I spend for the kidney patients.
That's wonderful.
Because for my household things, many people help me, many relatives, even my brother-in-law, that time he helped a lot, my brother-in-law. Even my first employer, I told you after the transplant, Mr. Jacob Kurian, Kottayam, the managing director of Ambassador Hotel. He helped me a lot, actually. I'm ever grateful to him. And see, now if you take after,
This
I'm
service
64.
also has helped you in the sense that you've been serving other people for so long. That has also helped in the longevity of your kidney because you feel a sense of well-being and goodness when you do something good for others, and
Yeah,
that
yes.
you also protected.
See, I will one more thing. One more. See, many people, many friends, many relatives ask me, you start something because you start some business instead of going for job. Because see, Kottakkal Ayurvedichala very famous, Kottakkal Ayurvedichala Ayurveda Center. It is easy to get a dealership. I can easily get a dealership, definitely, because it is my relatives. It is not so difficult. So I can see many people, many relatives, they are ready to take a dealership after depositing some money and all. But what I thought, actually, if I took a agency, I have to sit idle in a small room. See, it is at under 120 square feet room. I have to sit idle in the room itself. I don't like it. Instead of sitting there, I want to come out. So I told them, no, I'm not interested at all. I want to work. I want to serve. See, from the hospitality industry to from the hospital sector, why I changed through my experience in the Apollo Hospital, what I have faced. So that experience, 2 hospitals experience in Madurai and Kollam, I learned a lot, actually. The people, how the people, the mental agony of the people, how they are facing problems, financial, mental agony, all I faced. So that is really an experience in my life, working in a hospital. So that is like after the retirement, I started a small dialysis unit also in Kozhikode. Okay. Two dialysis machines are there, which is 100% free. I'm not collecting a single money, but I have a lot of sponsors for that from UAE and other places. Okay. So it is running for the last 2 years. It is going well. Even I'm getting one more machine from Chennai, one of the oldest and one of the best foundation in India. In Chennai, they are promised to give a dialysis machine. Wonderful. After the corona, I'm expecting that.
So a lot of our people who are listening to this would definitely be, inspired and also want to know that what is the secret of your transplanted kidneys longevity? Anything what do you take? Yeah. What diet restrictions do you follow? If you can share something on that also.
Okay, see, secret of longevity of my transplant kidney, money sacrifice of my mother, but it's more important. Second thing, my mother's and my father, he is no more, their blessings. And the prayers of my well-wishers, I have a lot of well-wishers, helped many people, many patients, their prayers with me. And after all, my routine life, that is more important. So behind my routine life, the backbone is my wife. Actually, she is the
family and your children and your mother, of course, primarily. So
yes.
Tell us something about your children and your wife. What
Yes, my children, actually, even I'm getting daily 2 times call from my daughter from US. My son, minimum 2 times they will call me. I will talk to my mother every day. See, interacting with them, getting a lot of happiness, actually. And one thing, second thing, I have no negative mind. I have only positive mind. So I am a positive thinker. So positive thinking, actually, see, there are 2 differences. If you think positively always, you will be free from stress. If you think negative, definitely you will lose your energy. You will become so tired. I experienced that. And third thing, last 23 years I am doing meditation. Early morning I will wake up, I will start my meditation. Before bed I will go for meditation. This meditation helping me a lot for long survival. I am taking only 2 medicines actually, Azoran. From the beginning till this moment, I am taking Azoran only 125 mg plus 5 milligram Bislon. These are the 2 medicines actually from nephrology department suggested and advised. I'm taking only these 2 medicines.
And
no other medicines.
You have restrictions that you follow still?
Restrictions I am not following fully. I'm a pure vegetarian actually. So I'm not taking any vegetarian, but I will avoid all junk food and outside food, street food, hotel food, everything. Maximum I will try to take food from my home. Even I go for a function, marriage function, I won't take food. I will parcel it, keep it in my box. Like that only we both, even wife also doing like that. He is also with me in that. She won't take food.
But you also travel extensively, right? So what
I'm traveling actually. I traveled a lot actually. I traveled 4 times Singapore. I traveled Africa. I traveled Germany, in Europe, all the Europes. I traveled US also. Many countries I traveled. And many people ask me how you manage your food. But for me, nothing, not difficult at all. Nothing is because I am a pure vegetarian. I can take bread, banana, something like that. It is available everywhere. That is not an issue. So food, nothing is a problem. In between, I will tell you, I got skin cancer.
My God.
So many renal transplant recipients develop a skin cancer called carcinoma or melanoma. There are the 2 types of skin cancers. The higher risk is caused by immunosuppressive medications, which are essential to transplant recipients to prevent graft rejection and optimize graft survival.
Correct.
So the skin cancer affected me very badly 3-4 times. Grows small grows on my skin.
Okay.
And once the growth started, immediately I will go for a surgery, remove it. I have done almost 3-4 now. Now, as it is, nothing on my skin. I don't know tomorrow whether develop it or not, but I don't bother about that.
That's great. You also pursue your hobbies, right? I was told you make these elephant masks. You make.
Yes.
That's something you
I'm
enjoy.
I will show you one. The elephant cap I made.
Okay. Sure.
Geeta, Rahul. So that is one of my hobby. I'm telling you. I'm making these elephant caps, and the materials, everything is available in Guruvayur because Guruvayur is the land of Krishna, land of elephants. So it is available there. Many materials available there. I will buy it, but or I'm bringing from Chennai also few items.
Okay.
So when I'm getting free time, when I want a free mind, when I need to relax, instead of sitting on computer or instead of working something, I will sit 1 or 2 hours daily for making these caps. I am getting a lot of orders from different people. This is not actually a real elephant cap. This is wall hanging elephant cap. This is for house decorations.
Oh, okay. This is for house decorations. Okay.
Yeah, house decoration. But the size, everything we can make. Whatever the size we can make, that is not an issue. But the materials is different actually. The original elephant cap is making the gold plated, not this one.
I see. Okay.
So I'm not trying it that now.
It keeps you occupied in the sense that it is very essential. From what I get from you is that very essential to stay occupied, whether it's a hobby, whether it is, you're helping the kidney patients there, but you're not sitting idle even now for a moment.
No. I'm daily I'm spending, I'm telling you 14 to 15 hours even till this age 64, I am spending my time with a lot of works.
In
Because
fact,
minimum,
that is something which your mother also follows, which is why she is also active.
yes, yes, yes. She's 93 now. Is nearing 93. Almost all the works she will do, household works.
That's
She
amazing.
will, yeah. And she, after transplant, she is also having only one kidney. One is one other, another kidney is with me only.
Yeah.
But everything is absolutely right. Actually, all blood check up, everything. So she's not taking many medicine. Nothing is there. No other major, no, even minor health issues. That all blessings of God, I am telling you. We both, not only my mother, I am telling you, we both are blessed.
Absolutely. So any message you want to give the kidney community in general and the transplant patients in particular? Your learnings all these years.
My advice to the transplant recipients, see, don't sit idle. Don't think that I am a patient or we are a patient. See, normally what I will do, I will take medicine. Sometimes my wife will, no, you give me as a food. Actually, when you are giving me breakfast, along with that, you give me, I will treat the medicines as my food. I don't bother about that. I'm taking medicine. When you take medicine, definitely you will feel that I am a patient. Don't feel that.
Correct.
Just like the food you treat, along with the food, I will take medicine. A part of medicine, I will think always. It's not a medicine for my life, long life. So that is one thing, don't sit idle in hope. One of my friend, Mr. Sabu, from Kottayam Vaikam, he is also renal swap transplant. Sabu's wife's kidney donated to other family, and their family donated to Sabu like that, a swap donation. Now it is almost 3 years now. He was working in a cement factory, Priya Cement Factory, as marketing manager head in India. So due to this corona season, he left the job. One day he asked me, Sarji, what will do? No income, nothing. What will do? You tell me some advice. You start something, Sabu, instead of going this time, this corona time is not good. Instead of going work, you start something your own. If you have a place near to house, you start something there. Anyway, you are related to with some business like cement and all. You take a dealership of some agencies. You start with work. Immediately after a few days, actually, he opened. He took a room. He opened the dealership of 3-4 cement factory dealership. He started the business. He's doing well now. He's earning 2,000 rupees per day. Just imagine, instead of sitting idle in home, who will pay money? Who will give him? See, we have to do something, work. Otherwise, start something. If people knows the tailoring, they can start a tailoring unit with 1 or 2 machines. So it's one stitching a blouse is 250 rupees now. Start if you take 300 rupees. If the people knows the stitching, or you can call somebody for stitching, you can manage the shop instead of starting instead of going for jobs, you can start something with a small shop you take and you start something. Many things you can do actually. So one of my very close friend one of my very tell me, ask me, no problem.
I was saying those in the services sector can do it online, and those who are skilled, probably some skill, or they can set up a shop and all that. But if somebody has some talent or some something which they can probably
see Shantanu, we can without 2 lakhs, without 2 X people are living. I know when I was visiting in US, I saw one lady, both legs due to by an accident. Actually, she lost both hands and both legs. Only this part of the body. Nothing is there. She is using wheelchair. She is one of the toppest social worker in US, Texas. She is managing 150 ambulance services, providing food for 10,000 people a day. Started clinic. She started chain of clinics there. Many things she did actually. How the people are living without 2 legs, without 2 hands, people are living. Then why can't we lost only kidney? Everything is remaining. Everything is with us.
Correct, absolutely. No, that I've realized that, it is totally a mental barrier. And sometimes it is the family around you because they are, very probably protective. They feel, okay, you should not face any problems, which actually probably makes one a little weaker. Because I've seen on dialysis, when I was in dialysis, I used to drive down. My sister was in dialysis, she used to drive to the hospital herself.
Yes.
For dialysis, come back and then go to work herself. So we didn't have someone who could, accompany us and, be there for 4 hours. But a lot of patients, 90% of the patients have some attendant sitting with them from the family who's there for the entire 4 hours. And when they get
any patient, I'm telling you, any CKD patients or transplant patients, this is my humble request to the family members. Treat the transplant recipients or the CKD patients as a small boy or a girl. Even they are grown people. Treat them as a small boy or small girl. So how the family members, father or mother or the elder sister, how they will look after the younger people, young children, like that, treat them. So they need love, they need care. That almost all the transplant recipients, like CKD patients, lacking this problem from the family members after few months, after few years.
After a few years, I guess the financial problems take over. So that becomes like a burden. So which is where I think being independent and having a job becomes all the more critical for a transplant patient's, I think, well-being. So
Yes.
From your story, that is what, one thing which comes out very strongly, that you were always independent and always working. And even post-retirement, you're working.
Yes. Yeah, correct. See, in my case, I am telling you. See, my mother, my wife, my children. See, that is a major reason or the secret of the longevity of my life.
Another thing, I think
children
go a lot by these fluctuations in their creatinine, or they see that, okay, this level is gone this much, then they panic, and then it becomes like a cycle. So I'm asking you this question because that will be a reassurance for a lot of people. What is the creatinine level that you had for the last 32 years?
The creatinine level, I will tell you. After immediate transplant, I told you that my kidney was rejected.
Yeah.
But that time my creatinine level was 2. So Dr. M.K. Mani and other doctors told to my brother-in-law also the maximum life of my kidney is maximum 5 years or maximum 6 years. Because the result is showing the transplant kidney is not completely accepted the body. It is showing 2 creatinine level. So that means it is 80-85% only. It is 85 to 90% only working. So chances are there for rejection. So the life of the maximum transplant kidney may be 5 years or 6 years, like that. Still I am living after 33 years.
All these years, how much is it?
See, last 10 years, my creatinine level is steady. It is 2.8 now.
Okay. And it has
like 2000
mostly for the last 30 years.
Yeah. 10 years, it is 2.8. It is before that, it was 2.4. 2.8 now from 2010 onwards.
Okay. See, that is very important. People will panic when they get a reading of 2.8, and then that panic itself will drive them to a downward.
Exactly. Don't panic. Actually, the panic itself. See, what I am thinking. My days are bonus days. When 1987, 88, my only that time I'm telling you, my daughter was 3 years old. Now she is 37. That time when she was 3 years, see, after that I got one son after my transplant. He is working in IT sector in Bangalore. My girl settled in the US. My son is going to getting married in 24th January.
Okay, wow.
See, a lot of things I am telling you in between these 33 years. Many things happened in my life. Many things, because 3 years of my girl, now she become 37, and my son is 28. So both were settled. I helped them. I helped many patients. Many, not only I am telling you kidney patients, so many people like that. The people who are coming in front of me with any help, I help definitely. So I'm getting a lot of blessings from all these people.
Correct.
That is also one of the reason for the longevity of my life, longevity of my transplant.
No, definitely. I mean, I really feel, that entire journey has been such an inspiration, and one can learn from almost everything. Of course, in this, we discussed about, especially the job aspect and employment we were talking about, which is critical. Even in an entrepreneurship, like I run a business, and, in COVID times, everything goes from and all that. But one can always try out different variations, alternate, and not have that sense of giving up. So the point is, be always hopeful, get the support of your friends and family. And, from your story, and such stories are an inspiration for all of us. So, that is something look up to, such stories, and, these are sort of beacons of hope. So anything else you would want to add before we close the session? So
nothing actually. I think I covered entire my point of my life. See, nothing actually. We have covered all the points, I think. So what I am telling you, don't panic actually. See, follow the doctor's instruction very strictly. And see, instead of sitting idle in home, do something actually. You can work, you can do something. See, don't allow your mind to think more about the illness or about the transplant or about the.
Correct.
So open the door, open the. You see, I'm telling you, see, I am the first person who arranged the transplant games in India. First transplant games in India.
That. So you took part in the transplant games, right? So
that is second thing, that is second thing I'm telling you. 2018, I have arranged transplant games for the recipients, donors, and CKD patients in India. Oh. I got appreciation from the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi ji.
Okay, great.
And it's when I was traveling to US in 2019, I see in Colorado mountain, I climbed the mountain 15,000 feet height in minus 23 degrees centigrade. You just imagine.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Without oxygen, without any oxygen support. And
I think it's absolutely.
Yeah, that in 2019 March 14th, even I have participated in the World Olympics Games, Abu Dhabi, UAE. I got a medal for 11 kilometers marathon run.
Marathon, okay, awesome.
Yes. So that all, that's all in my achievements in my life. The climbing in 15,000 feet height in minus 23 degrees Celsius as a transplant recipient, you just imagine.
At the age of 63 or something, right?
Yes, age 63, exactly. My age, that age is 63 last year.
Yeah.
And I ran the 11 kilometers marathon last year only, that also in 2019 March at Abu Dhabi. I got the medal for that. See, these all, many people ask me why you participate in a lot of things, why you climb. These all inspiration to other transplant recipients.
Correct, absolutely.
Making inspiration to them. Many people are thinking and sitting in home, I am a transplant recipient, I am a kidney patient recipient, I can't do anything. So like that, don't sit like that. Many people I know. So see, in Bangalore, you take the kidney Bangalore, I forgot the name, our kidney warriors, who is the coordinator of Karnataka. He attended the transplant games, Sundar.
Okay.
He attended the transplant games. He is doing many things actually. I know many people after the transplant, they are into business, they are into job. Many people are there, but 90% of people are sitting idle.
So I think that's a very important message that comes out of for all the transplant recipients, and even in fact everybody who's even on dialysis. That the fact that not to give up hope and not to dwell on the disease, but to look outside. And I think that really is that positivity is very, very important.
Correct.
So that's something I think we definitely learned from today's discussion.
Correct.
So, he's getting the elephant, this thing cap.
Yeah. Cap. I will show you just for the people, what I am taking.
Sure. In fact, from that also you're contributing, I heard, for this foundation, right? So
yeah. See, whatever the profit gettings from the these products, like elephant cap, the entire amount that I'm buying medicine for the poor kidney patients, for lifelong medicines they need, I'm providing. In the corona season, supplied around 20 people. I'm very thankful to Karamjit, our Karamjit. He also helped many patients during this period. So this time this is a small one I make.
that's nice.
Very small one. This is for the puja room purpose.
I see. Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Yeah. This is very small one. And another one, this is what?
Wow. So this is all handmade by you.
Yeah. This is only my son and my wife will help. Actually,
That's
he is
amazing.
also helping me. We will sit together. While making this, we will sit together and talk, because we both are alone only here. So we will sit together and talk something. We will plan our next program. Even yesterday I announced some awards, 2020 awards to many people. The best, the nephrologist of the year. It's from Kerala only, not from part of Kerala only.
Correct.
And yesterday I declared awards for 10 awards.
Motivating patients, you're also motivating the doctors who are the patients here. So
correct.
Amazing.
Every year, actually, last 5 years, I am honoring organ donors, organ recipients, kidney warriors, even the people, the nephrologists, dialysis technicians, dialysis unit nurses, ambulance driver, even that kind of people I am honoring every year. Last 5 years I am doing in different districts in Kerala. And this time also, in 2020, I'm already declared the awards, but I'm planning to give it in 2021, March or April, like that.
Achha, because of the COVID thing,
Yes.
You organize a function in Kerala. You are in Guruvayur, right?
I'm staying in Guruvayur, not full-time Guruvayur, and sometimes I'm in Bangalore with my son. I'm traveling everywhere. Actually, I don't like to sit idle in home. I have another house in Kozhikode in Calicut, and a dialysis unit is also there, and I will visit there 10 days or 15 days there. And every month I will visit to my mother to see him, see her.
In the original house of Kerala, where
original house is in Kottayam. That is my birthplace, actually, my father's house. But I am settled in Guruvayur. Actually, I bought a villa here. Okay. I'm staying here. Yeah. So then I will visit my mother every month. I will.
Elder brother lives with your mother, is it?
Yeah. Yes, my brother. My father, my mother is with my brother and family. And so again, I am traveling to. Therefore, yesterday I reached Bangalore. End of this month again, I am traveling to Bangalore. Okay. So I don't like to
lifestyle, which can probably beat any young person's lifestyle with 14 to 15 hours of work and travel. And everything.
Yes.
You are almost omnipresent kind of a thing.
Correct.
That's wonderful.
See, I'm very frankly, I'm telling you, I'm not feeling that I am in transplant. I'm not feeling that. Not from the beginning itself. I'm telling you, I'm not feeling that I am a transplant recipient. I'm not feeling that.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah, that is one thing which even I have that thing. And I think that
this corona season only I used the mask. Yes. This is the first time I am using mask. Even after transplant, I didn't use.
I know, after transplant, I remember we were told not to drive and all that. So I think I drove up 15 days, and then the masks were lying with me even till now. After 10 years, I'm going to complete my 9 years of transplant in another 10 days. So
we have to live without fear.
Absolutely.
Fear with God only, not other people, not other illness. Fear with God only, no other.
Correct.
Only one life. Things like. So this is our second life. That's all. So let it be there. I always think that 33 years going to complete now. All my days are bonus days now.
This is, I think with this, I can only wish you all the best and best wishes to you and your family, especially your mother. So, and with this, we come to the close of this wonderful session with Mr. Chandrasekharan. Thanks a lot for sharing your journey and sharing your story with the entire, foundation, Kidney Warriors Foundation. I'm sure later this recording is put up in the YouTube and it goes to many more people and will inspire many more people. So I, I think once again salute you and your mother. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you. I am ever grateful to all the KW of Kidney Warriors members and the Kidney Foundation members who are supporting me for my all activities for the last 5 to 10 years into this field, in the kidney disease field. So once again, I am thanking you, Srimati Vasundharaji, and now you are also one of my best friend in my life, because we both are sailing in one ship.
And I hope to live as happy life as you do, and as an eventful life as you do. And so I same for all the Kidney Warrior members and Kidney Foundation members. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.